Namaste dear all, welcome once again to my YouTube channel Suhas Entertainments and Cultural Activities. Today I am going to narrate you a wonderful story from Shreemadh Vaalmeeki Raamaayanam. That is the Ting Takaar story from Shreemadh Vaalmeeki Raamaayanam. You may all be astonished, what is this Ting Takaar story, Ting Takaar Kate from Shreemadh Vaalmeeki Raamaayanam. It is very interesting, very interesting, fascinating, my dear friends. I am going to tell you this, narrate this story, wonderful story, fascinating, amazing, astonishing, wonderful story from Shreemadh Vaalmeeki Raamaayanam. That is Ting Takaar story. What is that? Ting Takaar story. What is this Ting and what is this Takaar? We will come to know shortly, my dear friends. So what has happened? We will go back to Ramayana. This is all about, I am saying, this is all about how Lord Sri Rama's incarnation ended on this earth. That is all about the Ting Takaar story. How it ended, we will see now. So what was happening? We will move on to the Uttarakhand of Shreemadh Vaalmeeki Raamaayanam. When Lord Sri Rama was ruling, he was ruling the entire nation from Ayodhya. And Dharma was firmly established because the Raja, the king, followed Dharma perfectly well. And then because of this effect, every citizen followed Dharma. Every citizen was doing his duty perfectly well, and there was all-round peace, joy, wealth, prosperity, happiness everywhere. Dharma was firmly established by the king, and therefore the effect of this was everyone was joyous. Everyone was leading a happiness and joyous life. This is what was called as Ramarajya. This was firmly established during the rule of Lord Sri Ramachandra. Because of this wonderful effect, everyone was happy and prosperous. There was no sorrow, no troubles, no miseries at all. That was Ramarajya. When this was going on, it is described in the Ramayana. Ratnalasat Peethathita Rama Patabhisheka Lankruta Rama Parthiva Kula Sammanita Rama Ishakula Nugraha Karaka Rama Sarva Charachara Palaka Sarama Sarva Bhavamaya Varaka Rama Samasta Loka Dharaka Rama. All these things are described in the Uttarakhand. So wonderful description. This was going on, and Rama ruled for 11,000 years. 11,000 years he ruled continuously established Dharma, and then delivered joy, peace and happiness and prosperity to each and every one of his citizens. That was the glorious rule of Lord Sri Ramachandra. It is declared in the Vaalmeeki Raamaayanam, Shreemadh Vaalmeeki Raamaayanam. He ruled for Dasha Varsha Sahasrani, Dasha Varsha Shatani Cha. So 11,000 years, glorious years, he ruled. And then what happened? Lord Brahma reminded Lord Sri Rama that his incarnation was to end. This is conveyed through Kala Purusha, who came to Ayodhya, and there are a lot of stories, the details of which I will not enter into. This is about how Kala Purusha entered the kingdom of Ayodhya and approached Lord Sri Rama, and then conveyed to him the message that his incarnation was to end, because already 11,000 glorious years are already gone, and then he has to come back to the VYKUNTA. That was the message sent by Lord Brahma, reminding of the end of the Avatara. Ending of the Avatara was to be performed. So how it all performed? It all went on. So further it is declared in the Ramayana. After this message was delivered, Lord Sri Rama took the further step. The next day he called upon all his citizens and asked him to follow him, and then they all went to the Saroja river as per the command of Lord Sri Rama. From Ayodhya, the nearby river by the side of Ayodhya was the famous sacred river. Even to this day, the Saroja river is flowing by the side of Ayodhya. He called upon all his citizens to follow him to the river, Saroja river. So each and every creature, not only human beings, all these creatures and all the citizens of Ayodhya followed Lord Sri Rama. So what happened next? तेजोमय निज रूपक राम सर्वचराचर पालक राम सर्वभयामय वारक राम संस्कृति बंध विमोचन राम. Samskriti means this samsara, and this samsara bandhana. He cut off all the samsara bandhanas and granted moksha to all his citizens. How he achieved this? Because only Paramatma could cut off all the accumulated past sins and loads of karmas accumulated. For each of the citizens at one go, he could ward off or write off all the loads of sins and karmas and grant them all moksha. That was the power of the Paramatman, that is Lord Shri Ramachandra, who was none other than Lord Shri Mahavishnu. Only Paramatman can do this, not any Jivatma can do this. So how he achieved this? He asked all his citizens to follow him, and then every one of his citizens followed him to the Saravi river. They Lord Shri Ramachandra asked them to chant Ting and took a dip and take a dip in Sarayu river. What he asked them? Remember this word, my dear friends. He asked them all. This is a funny story narrated by some elders. So I am adding this funny element. It may not be very true, but the incident is very true. So incident is being very true. What Lord Shri Rama asked is, just asked all his citizens to merge themselves in the Sarayu river, take a dip in the holy Sarayu river, and get up. So he asked them to recite loudly Ting, the word Ting, and take a dip in the holy dip in the Sarayu river. He also took a dip by chanting Ting. So Ting he chanted and took a holy dip in the Sarayu river, and then Takar he raised above the Sarayu river, and then one could see Lord Shri Ramachandra shining with his glorious golden aura around him in the sky above, and he was none other than Lord Shri Mahavishnu. The swapping of these two forms, Lord Shri Ramachandra appearing as Lord Shri Ramachandra, immediately he was also appearing as Lord Shri Mahavishnu, carrying Shankha Chakra Gada Padma in his hands, 4 arms. The resplendent glorious light around him was visible to each and every one of his citizens who took a dip in the Sarayu river, saying Ting, and they rose above the Sarayu river saying Taka, and they were actually viewing this glorious view of Lord Shri Mahavishnu in the skies above the Sarayu river. So Lord Shri Ramachandra now was visible as Lord Shri Mahavishnu. He granted all them the special divine eyes to see the form, the light, resplendent light and glorious form of Lord Shri Mahavishnu, holding the Shankha Chakra Gada Padma in his hands, and then everyone could see this avatar of Lord Shri Ramachandra as Lord Shri Mahavishnu, and then Lord Shri Ramachandra asked them all to follow him to the Vaikunta LOKA. To their surprise, all the citizens were able to walk above the Sarayu river, walk in the air. They could follow him live to the Vaikunta LOKA. He took all the citizens and each and every creatures to the Vaikunta LOKA, that is narrated in the further slokas. Tejomaya nija rupaka rama samasta loka dharaka rama samsruti bandha vimochana rama sakala jiva samrakshaka rama sarva bhavamaya varaka rama Vaikunthalaya samsthita rama nityananda padatthita rama. So it was the glorious incarnation of Lord Shri Ramachandra, the power of Dharma, established Dharma firmly so that everyone could enjoy all-round health, wealth, prosperity and happiness. And then after achieving this, he granted moksha to each and every of his citizens, and by warding off their accumulated past sins and karmas, which only Paramatman can do, he did that, and he took them all live to the Vaikunta LOKA, and they were all enjoying eternal peace, joy and happiness. They merged himself in the Paramatman, all the Jivatmas were merged himself in the Paramatman, that is Lord Shri Mahavishnu. There was eternal joy, peace and happiness. This was how the Lord Sri Ramachandra's incarnation ended, my dear friends. This is the Ting Takaar Kate. Wonderful, isn't it, my dear friends? This is the Ting Takaar story from Shreemadh Vaalmeeki Raamaayanam, which I heard from my elders, and then I just recited it, so that you just please share this video, so that all the people who watch my video, this will be granted moksha by Lord Shri Mahavishnu. That is the power of Lord Shri Ramachandra, because he was the Paramatman. He will make all the Jivatman to merge himself. He will write up all the loads and loads of karmas and sins and accumulated karmas of all the Jivatmas, and grant us moksha, eternal peace, joy and happiness. This is how Lord Sri Ramachandra incarnated and ended his incarnation. There is the wonderful Ting Takaar Kate story, my dear friends. The next upcoming video, I will just come back again with such wonderful stories, slokas and mantras, verbatim meanings and explanations and chandas and poetic meter analysis, classical songs, etc., etc., my dear friends. Until then, bye for now. This is Suhas DP signing off for Suhas Brahmins Matrimony, JNGR, Bangalore 11. As usual, all those Brahmins worldwide who wish to avail my matrimony services for a nominal cost, please catch me direct on 8762331815. My number is coming on the YouTube screen. Thank you. Hari Om Sati. Jai Shri Ram. Namaste.